team to victory. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now, they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we're located here in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. First down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. On second down, Ryan. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On first down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. Another great one for Julio in Week 6, 139 yards and a touchdown, but all the buzz afterwards was that last play where there may have been pass interference against him on Richard Sherman.
I don't think that he and the Falcons have any doubt that there was. That's in their mind. That's their opinion. But I loved how he handled it in the postgame. Listen, I thought it was, but hey, we're just moving on from here. Think about it this way. They went 1-1 against Denver and Seattle in their last 2 games. Ultimately, I think they'll take it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Now 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a pickup of 17 there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run here with Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Here's Ryan to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the... And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Newton on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On the key, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Pardon me, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And it'll be
because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, 71 yards. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed.
Kills.
Speed.
Now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down, Panthers. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Gano now following the touchdown here. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Ryan, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Falcons will extend their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Newton now to throw. A dump off here to Stewart. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Newton surveying the field. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now Newton finding time, and that is incomplete.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beating on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Ryan, and he fires one incomplete. Partner, let's revisit the NFC East for a second. We talked about this last week, about how good that division is. But what about the Cowboys now at 5-1? Can anybody catch them?
I don't think that they're out of reach, but I can't believe that we're actually talking about Dallas at the top of the list right now because let's go back to the offseason. So many losses, and then Tony Romo gets hurt in preseason. Who saw Dak Prescott doing what he's doing and the defense playing as well as it is?
Yeah, Washington 4-2, but Dallas has already beaten them head-to-head. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So the Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down, 15 yards still needed. Third and...
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jonathan Babineau coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Third and long, it's Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Today's NFL, these big guys are...
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to wind it. And this is caught. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion in right out of the locker room. An onside kick attempt. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now it's Newton. He sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. The linebacker, Brooks Reed, with a pick. And he returns.